It's the, not your actual limbs, but it's the stuff that comes off of your limbs.
Phalanges.
I'm pretty sure that's the word for it.
No, I think I've heard that before. You just...
Well, it's also on Friends when she was like, you can't get on that plane, there's
Phoebe
something wrong with the phalanges.
You guys remember Phoebe Phalange?
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, I grew up on that shit.
That's insane. Okay. Well, cell phones down. Let's do this. What are we supposed to talk about today? Tattoos?
Yes,
And UFOs, right?
Yeah, that was a
We're
main
gonna
part.
do UFOs.
Because our story is fucking awesome.
Braden's still taking his sweet fucking time.
How are you?
Swear to God, the guy's an asshole. Yeah, come on. Crucial timing here. It's all time. Oh, he shows up like dinosaur. Speaking of
He's
dinosaurs,
here.
here's our dinosaur. Oh no, he fell. Very lovable though.
It's a Compsognathus.
Procompsognathus. I don't know. Look it up. Educate yourself. Alright guys, so here's the start of the first episode of our new show. What do we call it? We still have a name. Storytime? Something like that.
Maybe that's something
This
you
one
guys...
time, ...
Maybe that's something
This
you guys
one
could
time.
help us with.
Yeah, hey, yeah, good idea, Danica. The viewers, hey, anyone, name this show. Please, we'll probably send you a t-shirt or something once we get them made.
Yeah.
We're still working on that, but yeah, anyway.
Give us a go.
Here we go. Anyway, let's get her started. Last time we were talking about tattoos, or we said we'd talk about them.
If you remember, we
Bust
showed
out,
you
guys. Yeah.
we showed you ours that we got
Here,
together.
let's get the camera in on this.
And
just-
if you could remember, yeah, we
You're
showed
matching.
them together, but
Oh no.
it's not.
There we go. No, that's
They
cool.
are not couple tattoos. Let me just say that
Oh,
first.
so is that a coincidence?
They are not couple tattoos. Our tattoos. So a couple years ago, him and I, we first started dating. It was a few months, and we found out we were pregnant, and we didn't know what to do. And
Like at 18.
Yeah, we were 18 years old. We went through a lot of
Edit that.
stuff. We went through a lot of stuff and realized that adoption would be best for our child because she would get everything that she could ever get. So that's what our tattoos are for, is for her.
Well, it's all about what's best for the child.
It's
Yeah.
not what you want.
Fair enough.
It's you gotta not think of yourself, really. It's not about you.
Well, it's, yes, people have a lot of opinions on the subject, but, you know,
Yeah.
it's a very personal thing, and, you know, I hope the audience can at least understand and learn, you know, this is just their perspective amongst many others, you know, don't judge, but just, the child is well and happy and alive, I
Let me
assume.
just say, everyone, I know you all have your opinions. Some may think adoption is okay, adoption's not okay. And if you feel it's not okay, please don't leave hateful comments because that actually does hurt a little bit.
Well, yeah, you know, and this is the kind of thing, on this show we want to talk about, you know, it's about people, and you have stories, we have stories, we all have stories, and we won't always agree, but sometimes it's just about laughing, and this is getting way too serious, and it's time to tell a joke and move on to the next topic.
And that's exactly what we're going to do now.
Alright, so UFOs. Oh, looks like Steve
Oh.
just walked. Hey Steve! We all know Steve, right?
You guys know Steve.
Cut your flat.
Oh, Steve's got some beer. Hey Steve, come here.
You're recording.
Steve's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about UFOs.
Yeah.
We will be.
UFOs.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
got a
like-
UFO story.
We have-
Okay, I got a quick
You
one.
go.
Well, it's kind of lame actually, but you know, I've always been a big UFO nut. Now that I've done my research, I'm not really a big believer in that kind of thing, and I do believe there's life out there, but not abductions and all that. And movies like The Fourth Kind are awesome, but they're just Hollywood
Hey,
productions.
Steve.
Scoot over, Steve's here. So, but one night, I swear to God, I was with Jamie out there. I don't want to use full names on the internet. She remembers that night, and another guy, John. We were with Jamie and John. We looked up in the sky and we saw it wasn't a satellite, it wasn't a spotlight on the clouds, but it was this thing that shot in, and it did these little weird turns and then shot away. And we were so scared and like actually visibly like
Shaken.
It was, yes, shaken. And we like literally, we were like, oh, like we grabbed each other and we were,
That's
to this day, we all remember that. And we all, whenever we see each other, like, remember that night?
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm not making this up, you know, I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but it was a real thing.
that's almost exactly the same thing that happened to us the first time we saw ours. But
Well,
you can tell it.
let me start with this. So, like 5 friends, like we rented a hotel room to party for the night. We're all partying, and it becomes like way into the morning, and they go home, and him and I, we have the hotel room for the night. So I'm having a smoke looking out the window of this hotel room, and looking up into the sky, and all of a sudden, like we had been looking up in the sky a lot that night, and I look up and I see this big, like, massive circle in the sky, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember seeing that. And I kind of watch it, and I'm looking in between the power lines just to make sure that it's not just my eyes playing tricks on me, but it was going around.
Like we were
like
braced against a windowsill,
We
so
were
you
not
didn't
moving.
move, and you'd see it go up and then down below
Yes.
the power line, and then go back up above it, and then
So,
down below.
After that, we
Crazy.
decided, we went out of our room, we went and sat on the ground in the parking lot, and sat there for a couple hours just watching it move around, and we were flabbergasted. I'd never seen anything like this in my
Mesmerized.
life.
That's
mesmerized. All of a sudden, like, planes are always circulating in the sky, and we just see this plane.
Well-
We see this plane, and over here is the UFO, I guess, an
Well, just
unidentified flying object.
a regular plane.
It's a regular plane, and
Okay.
it's like you almost see
Well, people.
this
You know what I
UFO.
hate? I hate how people always say, "Oh, well, you probably saw a satellite go by. You probably were just seeing a plane." It's like everyone knows what that looks
No,
like. We're not
but
stupid.
this
Like
is-
when you see something really odd, you remember it.
This is the craziest part. As this plane was going by, it's
Crazy
almost
stories
like
that.
this UFO was fixated on this plane and knew
okay.
that it needed to stop moving for it to go by. And it just watched it the whole time it went by.
Like you could see the reflection of the light go from
Just
this side of the sky,
Go like this.
following the plane to this side.
And then that happened, and we were like, what was that?
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden, we noticed, like, it went from this big, and it started getting smaller, and smaller, and smaller, and all of a sudden, I'm not kidding, the sky rippled a little bit, and then it was gone, and that was it.
Crazy.
See,
Like, and it was
That's
like,
crazy.
like it was like at this side of the light,
It was
and
huge.
we just thought like go behind something, and then it just started to dissipate
Ripple. The sky
until
rip- I'm
you
not
could
kidding.
just see the reflection, and then it was just gone.
this is why
in front of our eyes.
I keep this very camera here and my GoPro as well, fully charged. I showed you guys the other day, formatted, deleted, ready to go.
We
So
saw
if
this-
we see something screwed up, I swear to God, that's going to be a video right there.
That makes me think, because we've seen this thing like intermittently throughout since we've seen that,
And you'll be the first to see it.
we've seen it. And then I had like an old SLR camera, like not old, but it's pretty good. But we were sitting outside having a smoke,
In the
like
country.
in the country. Had like our car sitting there. We'd go out, and so we were like looked up and we saw it up in the sky. We're like, oh my God, is that it? And we're watching it and it's moving. And there was another person with us who wasn't part of our group that was like, that is actually moving. And so I took my camera and I set it on top of the car with a sweater underneath it so that it was positioned perfectly at it. And it's not moving. Like, I stopped touching it, no human error, nothing like that. But you can, if you take a piece of paper on the video, you can faintly see it like dip in behind and back, and in behind and back on the piece of
Do you
paper.
have the video still?
We
Oh,
still
yeah.
do. Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, well let's
Maybe
get
that's
I'll
something
bring
we
that
can
over.
add to
Bring it
this.
over.
I'll bring
yeah,
that
throw
over.
it on.
Yeah.
Like,
How
you
are
can-
we not showing the audience? Okay.
We're going to. We're editing it in.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
there's been a few times that we've seen this. That was another time, but
Oh.
another time we were with friends again, and we went to Big Hill Springs in
just outside of
just
Airdrie.
outside of Airdrie, Alberta, Canada.
That's kind of messed up.
Big Hill Springs, it has a bunch of little mini waterfalls. It's a hiking place with family, blah, blah, blah. So we go there with friends.
Little day hike.
We're hanging out, and it starts to get dark. So we're like, maybe we should go back to the car. So we're all just having fun. We go back to the car. We're hanging there. We have a cigarette, and we decided to look up at the sky. And again, we see this circle just going around, and it's obviously not a satellite. Satellites don't do that kind of thing. And we're watching it, and it's about this big, and then all of a sudden it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and closer and closer and
That's
closer.
what she said.
So we literally got
Wow.
so freaked out that
Wow.
we ran away from it because
Like, we were
it
frantically
was-
running around this parking lot trying to find a place to
That's
hide.
crazy.
it was coming
Okay,
towards
you know
us, and then it was gone.
You
I
guys
got an
drunk,
idea.
or-
No, I got an idea.
Just
See,
running
Steve,
around.
Let's hang out with these two more often and always keep the GoPro on us.
Oh, dude, trust me, the craziest
And
shit.
we're gonna catch some footage of a UFO coming at you live. But
Kyle's
Go-
basement.
Maybe one time, but there's this one
I'm
time,
attracted to it.
completely unrelated subject. I was getting onto the C train one day, and I thought she was right behind me, and I sat down in this big native guy sat down right beside me and is just like, "Hey, do you appreciate?" And I'm just like a little stunned, like, "Okay, yeah, I appreciate. I don't want to get stabbed." And
Well, you gotta
he
look
reaches
at me
into
with
his
all that love in your
sweater
eyes.
and pulls out a sweater. He reaches into his sweater and pulls out a beer. And I'm just like, okay, I'm on a public train. I'll put this in my pocket. Thanks for the beer. And then he just pulls it out, cracks it himself, starts chugging it. And across the aisle, this guy kind of just looks over his shoulder at him. And he's just like, "Hey, I appreciate this."
It's true.
And just starts chugging the beer back. And it's like, what?
All the people, let's just say,
appreciate.
all the people on the train were looking back really uncomfortable, like, maybe I should get off.
So they didn't appreciate.
No.
No,
They
but
did
he
not
did.
appreciate.
So he was appreciating, but nobody else was.
But the question is, what is he appreciating? Life?
We appreciate
Yeah.
you, the viewers, for appreciating us.
Appreciate.
Appreciate.
Next topic.
Next topic, yes.
That we just kind of wrapped in like 3 into 1 a little bit, but it can
Do
work.
we have any other transit stories?
They got this new show. It's
I
$1
got
million
one.
fucking Bigfoot bounty.
I got.
Yeah, there's people.
Wait, was that
going
with
around-
Les Strauss and
I don't know. There's like a group of like 10 people. They fucking go around trying to hunt down. Sasquatch.
Finding Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've been watching that show for a while.
Yeah, is it good?
I
Like
actually-
Bobo. Oh, it is like
Really?
you have to watch it and it's like you're looking at them and they're like, "You know what? This is habitable for Bigfoot. There's a Bigfoot here." It's like, how do you know this stuff? Like, how do you know what a Bigfoot habitat is? There's all this science to them, but we have no idea about them. What? Okay, their eyes glow. They have bioluminescence in their eyes. We know that about them. How do you know that?
No, this
And
is one
apparently
of
there's more than one because
these shows are made for people like that are interested in it. If you take it with a grain of salt, I watch them personally.
Well, there's proof.
Well, but that-
they got
but
the
that's-
cocaine
yeah.
to Sasquatch.
There
They
was
know
a
that
guy-
they
this
know
past-
there's a real one.
this past week a guy said that he found Chewbacca and shot him dead. Or Chewbacca, sorry, Sasquatch.
Chewbacca, Sasquatch.
Same thing.
Just one of them wears a belt.
That's
Yeah.
That's it. They're very relatable. It's the same thing. Sasquatch is Chewbacca.
Or
It
is
wasn't-
it Chewbacca,
No,
Sasquatch?
it was not a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
It was just in the woods.
Quite
long time
Some guy
ago,
tripping
quite
out.
woods.
Quite
Found a
recently.
Bigfoot.
It was quite recently nearby.
In your
That's all
local.
I have
A long
to say
time
about
ago
Local
on
forest.
planet Earth.
I rest my case.
End of story.
Dismissed.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
I'm Kyle Shaw.
Thanks for watching me drink beer. I'm Steven.
I'm Danica.
And I'm Braden Cron, and I just want to say, I appreciate this!
I appreciate. Do you appreciate?
Oh yeah.
No, I appreciate. Do you appreciate?
I very much
Yo.
do,
This guy doesn't.
but I don't know
this
what
guy
it
doesn't
is.
appreciate.
Are you gonna
I
look at
very
me with
much
all that
do
love in your
appreciate
eyes?
This
Kyle?
guy doesn't appreciate. Let's get him.
That's it.
Get down, Mr. President!